Good morning. Happy Sunday. Welcome to your early morning intuitive guidance. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum here with some words of wisdom for your day. And we'll give it a minute here while people start to discover that we're here. But let's start with some breathing, some nice deep belly breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Pretending we're awake. Good morning, Peggy. Welcome. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Waking ourselves up, being present for this early Sunday morning. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Good morning, Janine. Glad you're here. So there's two other people in the world awake at this same hour. Oh, there's Abigail. Good morning, good morning. Glad you're here. Up to 3. This is good. We're on a roll. So taking some nice deep breaths, and we're also on a roll in a couple of other ways. Oh, thank you for the sunflower. I appreciate it. My Deepak and Oprah meditation for today was called The Balance in Silence. So again, reiterating the value of spending some time in silence, which I thought was awesome. Good morning, Ruth Ann. Welcome, welcome. And our card for today is about intuition. So again, mirroring what we've been working on this week. And I just think it's so hilarious. Good morning, Sarah. Welcome, welcome. And Cindy, good morning. All of these cards are holding together so well. It's the same message repeated from a little different angle. So we're getting different facets of our diamond here. And I just think that's so interesting. Again, we want to pay attention when the messages, the word that's coming to me is congeal. Congeal like this, we want to pay attention. Good morning, Gwen. Welcome, welcome. So this card, and this is a deck that only a couple of times have I taken the time, which really would be good to do more often. Good morning, Beth. Welcome. To do a full reading, a 3-card reading, or whatever I'm called to do, because I think the last one I did was like a 7-card reading, and it was phenomenal in terms of the amount of information it carried. Here we do 1 card, so we get a little snapshot. But if you have this deck, I would strongly encourage you to do a more in-depth reading, because they're so detailed and filled with useful information. Wild Harmonic Deck by Gabrielle J. Merrihew. And if you look, you can see all the arms kind of holding together, and it goes back into infinity. I just love that. In the front of the book is actually a woman and butterflies heading off. Actually, it's this way. And I think that was one of the fire cards, actually, because I came across it today as I was pulling out this card. And this card was one that I had seen as I was shuffling and had the thought to myself, oh, I wonder if that'll be our card. And sure as heck, it is. So it is Air of Water, Intuitive Navigation, and it's a boat on the sea. Intuitive Navigation. Even the title is cool, isn't it? It has kind of an old world feel to it, like something we've been doing all our lives, right? So, another nice deep breath in and out. And here's our card. It's the Air of Water card, Intuitive Navigation. As the interconnected intelligence, in other words, divine wisdom, embodies into the flowing feeling of life, heaven on earth, ingenuity is married to instinct. Ingenuity is married to instinct. Does that sound like intuition? Sounds like intuition to me. Meditation. Creative thinking, waking dreaming, trusting my sense of the direction energy is flowing, and being able to flow with it. A card of funding a deep relationship with my sense of how and when to make my moves. It is a navigation, and the instruments will be both general to all and unique to me. It is learning the idiosyncratic language of my spirit and playing with the guidance it offers. Below me, the sea is filled with currents. Above me, the sky is filled with the drive of the 4 winds. I build a vessel that allows me to travel between the two. I use them both to move me in the direction I desire, but I also yield to them when forces indicate it is time to go another way. There's listening to your intuition, right? So when it whispers to you, go this way, not that way, you heed the message. You heed the message. It asks everything of me to risk it all at times, yet I would not want it any other way. Good morning, Linda. Well, good evening, Linda. Glad you're here. Welcome, welcome. I will take my journey as it comes and learn to ride both wind and wave into my discovery. So I'm going to show you the card again. Riding the wave into the discovery, being willing to travel with that guidance, being willing to heed the intuition. And the inquiry, Cindy, if you wouldn't mind posting this, I'd appreciate it. How is it I experience intuition, and what is it telling me now? How is it that I experience intuition, and what is it telling me now? And for different people, again, it talked about the idiosyncratic way that we experience our own intuition. For some people, it's that little whisper. For some people, it's just kind of a feeling of nudge. For me, it's more a feeling of pull, like I'm being pulled one direction versus another direction. And if I ignore it, or I resist, thank you, Cindy, I appreciate it, it not only persists, it tends to get a little louder. So when I have that unignorable sense that I need to do something, I have one of those perking right now, it behooves me to heed the message. Behooves me to heed the message. Right now I'm just sitting on it to discern what's the best way to approach this. There's an inequity in my life, and it will be addressed, and I'm waiting for the guidance in terms of what's the best way to do this, because I already know that some of the people that I'm going to be talking to about this inequity are probably, the word I'm going to use is mired, mired in a belief system that would allow that inequity to be okay. So we'll have to see what options there are. And I think a valuable piece of this for me is coming from a sense of there's an answer. There's a solution to this. There is a way we will work this out, and it will be better than what it is at the moment. Cool. How cool is that, right? But again, let me show you again, navigating that intuitive guidance for here's how we're going to do this thing. Here's the direction you're going to go with it. Here are the words you're going to use. Here's the method you're going to convey those words. Is it going to be a direct conversation? Is it going to be a phone call? Is it going to be multiple people at once or a series of conversations? How's this going to go down? We'll find out. Stay tuned. But I love that idea of navigating our intuition. So when you think about your intuition, how does that come to you? Is it the still voice? Is it a sense of knowing? Is it a feeling of being pulled or pushed? How do you know when your intuition's talking to you? And how do you structure your circumstance such that it's easier for your intuition to talk to you? For me, again, stillness is important. Journaling is huge for me. So yesterday I think I did 4 pages, and it was, sometimes it's kind of just a ramble. So if you haven't ever read Julia Cameron's The Artist's Way, fabulous book. But it's all about honing your craft of writing, and not the writing that you're going to submit to someone for, you feel it in your heart chakra. Awesome. Thank you, Cindy. It's not the things you're going to submit for publication. It's the stuff that you write for your own benefit. And much of yesterday's writing for me was just the brain dump. And I even called it that. I need to do a brain dump. Too much stuff was flitting around in there. And the still inner voice is going to have a hard time coming through when there's all the chatter. So it's quieting the chatter. How do you quiet your chatter? Some people go for a walk. Some people do mundane tasks. I have tons of people I know who do mundane tasks. So when they're, okay, I'll scrub the kitchen floor. Okay, I'll do the dishes. I'll start some laundry. I'll sew They'll mend the whatever needs mending. The things they do that are more mundane, that allow their mind to kind of go offline, you feel it in your gut. Absolutely. There we go. Go for a walk in silence. Beautiful. Excellent. Thank you for sharing all of these too, because for those who are struggling to find that intuitive voice within, these are giving them some great ideas, things they can try. And again, as I've said a bazillion times before, don't worry if the first time you ask for that guidance within, you kind of hear crickets. Give it some time. It's something that has to develop. Kind of like tying shoes. You didn't know how to tie shoes the first time you did it. Hopefully you didn't cheat and go to Velcro. But with practice, with time, like whistling, like learning to ride a bike, like learning to drive a car. Good morning, Bobby. Welcome, welcome. All of that stuff required some practice. Same thing for developing your intuitive skills. It takes some practice. Learning to navigate your intuition, right? So you try some things. Some of them work, some of them don't. You hone the skills of the ones that work. You let go of the ones that didn't. Sometimes down the road, you might try them again. Not a Velcro fan. I totally get it. You know what drives me crazy about it? All the little fuzzies that get caught in it. Ugh. So, today I would like you to spend some time. It's Sunday, meant to be a day of rest, right? Spend some time with your intuition. Listen for that guidance within. Maybe do some writing, even if you're not a writer. If you're one of those people who's paranoid about someone's going to find my stuff, write it and then rip it up. Write it and then burn it. Whatever you want to do. But that flow that happens may be where you begin to hear that still inner voice of your intuition. So again, the question is, how is it I experience my intuition, and what is it telling me now? What is it telling me now? And for some reason, I'm feeling pulled to read that first sentence again. As the interconnected intelligence, so all that wisdom, you did writing this morning, fabulous, good for you, embodies into the flowing feeling of life, ingenuity is married to instinct. That's intuition. Ingenuity is married to instinct. So, sally forth, enjoy your day. Linda, your day's just about done, but that's okay. Because we can set ourselves up for this during sleep. I'm going to have an intuitive sleep. Whatever needs to come to me will come to me. I'll be able to hang on to it and act on it in the morning, however you want to look at it. So, see you again tomorrow. Remember, you're capable of far more than you think you are. Bye-bye. Thank you, Cindy.